Let's cool down. Let's take a downward dog. So I'm going to bring my hands to the mat, step my feet back, and lift up into a downward facing dog. So I can shift from plank to downward dog. That keeps the core on point. I'm going to lift the left heel, your right foot, right knee in, either in between the thumb or towards the right wrist. Okay, and then I'm going to squeegee my left toes back. Try to keep my hips squared with the mat and the weight as well. Good, lengthen up like in cobra. Kind of moving that left hip forward. I like to get some extra hip flexor stretches when I'm in pigeon. So what I like to do is either same hand, I reach back for that leg and bring the foot in, or I twist if I'm wanting some more oblique stretching and mobility, then I would twist into the opposite. But this is not in everyone's practice. Okay, but I like to do it for my practice. But this is your practice, so it is always optional to get more of a stretch in for that part of the body. Okay. Otherwise, you can take it down into like a swan with your forearms down. You can place your hands on your forehead on your fist, or you can fold it all the way out to where you're sleeping in your pigeon. Very good. All options. These are all options. Try them out. See which one you like, that you feel more of a release, you feel more restored and rejuvenated. Become aware of what's happening in the body, right? Aware of the circulation of the blood and the oxygen. That's why we're breathing with our movement. Now we're going to transition into something different. So come on up into our normal, regular pigeon pose from wherever you're at. And then I want you to shift the weight onto your right hip. Pop. We're going to swing the left foot forward, and we're going to twist that left foot as far as we can so that it lays flat on the mat. Now, my spine is all twisted, so I want to sit up nice and tall and then hug that top leg into my belly and my chest as I twist back. Okay, so if this is your left knee up top, you're twisting to the left, and I'm holding either my hands below the joint or your forearm or your elbow, depending on your mobility and flexibility. But your left hand, that thumb should be coming to the base of the spine so that you can lift up, separating the bones in the spine, and then twist and lower. Yeah, good. So if that elbow is out here, or if you're hugging it in, you should feel the stretch going deep, deep, deep towards your piriformis and SI joint. But again, I want you to lift up and then twist and compress. Very nice. Okay, unwind. The bottom foot squeegees forward so that it's parallel with the mat or close to. Then we slowly guide that top knee towards that foot and readjust it in your cheeks. This is a fire log pose. This is what my fire log looks like on this side. So I'm using my hands just as balance. You don't have to. And again, experiment. Does your spine want to move side to side? Do you want to twist around? Do you want a body roll? No, I'm just kidding. You don't have. Who's all into the body rolls? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to just hinge forward. That's enough of that. Hey, do what feels right to you in this pose, because your body is ready to be open and to receive good things. Positivity. Remember, we're getting rid of negativity. We're inviting that positivity, whatever your intention that you set, if you set one at the beginning of the practice. Good. Okay. Now, we're going to straighten this top leg straight out, and we're going to tuck that right foot into the groin and then move the flesh away from the sacrum. Inhale, lengthen up, facing the extended leg, and hinge forward. So hands can come forward, but I want that straight spine. You might even reach for the pinky toe with the opposite hand to get even further into that upper lumbar, lower thoracic area. Good. Slowly walk the hands up, tuck the belly in tight as you lift and extend. Okay, so now we're going to bend your left knee and we're going to swing the right leg all the way back so that we are now prepping in our pigeon pose. Now, my knee is still kind of in recovery mode, so I'm not sure about this knee. Again, you should be on your left here. We're going to try this out. Good. And if you did or attempted this like a can opener or king pigeon stretch, I encourage you to do that again here as well on the second side. And just notice the differences. Like one side may feel significantly different from the other. That's just life. It's just normal. That's why you're practicing. That's why you're balancing. That's why you have an intention for when you're on your mat here. Very good. If you want to go ahead and lower down, you're welcome to do that as well, or put your pigeon to sleep. Again, you have so many options to rest and restore here that I encourage you to have the freedom to experiment and reach for and aspire for restoration, rejuvenation, openness within your body. Just allowing everything to continuously move properly, energetically. Very nice. Good. Let's straighten the arms if they're not already straight. We're coming back up into our regular pigeon pose. Then we're going to shift the weight onto your left hip. You're going to swing your right leg around so that the right foot is planted to your comfort level. And I'm keeping my bottom left foot active. Notice I need to readjust here. So I want to sit up nice and tall. Again, find where your hand or your forearm or elbow is going to be placed so that you can sit up nice and tall and then twist. Maybe you need that extra anchor support at the base of the spine. If so, use that right thumb. Try to lift and twist, keeping the feet very active as well, but softening the shoulders. Good, very good. Just readjust the rolls. We all have them. I'm already feeling having to move everything. Sorry for that visual there. Hope you weren't looking at the camera too closely. Oh, great. Now you're probably going to rewind, aren't you? Thanks. Good. Lift and twist. Nice. Inhale, unwind. Squeegee the bottom foot straight forward. And then try to stack your fire logs, okay? So my foot is not on the joint here. I'm either going to hook the ankle on above the knee or just kind of level that out here. Readjusting my seat. Inhaling, lengthening in fire log. Exhaling, hinging, or again, adding in any type of movement or mobility here. Maybe a wrist stretch of some sort. Awesome. Okay, let's release this top leg out front. Move the fascia away from the sacrum. Lengthen that right leg straight out. Tuck that left heel into the groin. Square the shoulders with that extended leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward. And reach to your edge. Good. And if you want to reach for left hand to the right toe, you're welcome to do that as long as you're hinging forward. softening your bent leg, your bent knee. Noticing all of the tight spaces and breathing in deep. Sending fresh oxygen there. Good. Release. All right, let's begin to lower to our back. So bring your hands behind your knees. Start to roll like a ball. Roll, roll, roll. Good. And as you lower the feet, bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Hands can be behind the head, on the belly, or arms at field goal posts or cactus arms, but we're in a reclined butterfly. Deep breath in, soft sigh out. Deep breath in, soft sigh out. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Soften, soften, soften those eyebrows and jawbones. Good. Now, squeegee the feet out as wide as your mat, and then lift the heels up, keeping the knees bent, and reach the hands for the outside edges of your feet for happy baby or a yogi toe grip. Yogi toe grip is when I use my pointer and middle finger behind the big toe, and my thumb presses my big toe nail in as I lift the ankles to be in line with the knee. Sometimes I'm just going to grab under my ankle and just pull those knees down as I soften and lengthen out my spine. Good. You can rock from side to side again if that feels good. You don't have to. This is your practice. I just want you to be aware of what is going on in your body in this posture. Very nice. Let's bring the knees together, knees in front of the hips, like a 90-90. Then I want you to drop your knees to the right side and extend the left, extend the left arm out. Look to the left. Big breath in and out for a spinal twist. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Very good. Release that. If your right hand was on the outside of your legs, go ahead and bring it to your belly. And then I want you to use the lower abdominals for a side crunch as you lift the knees up center. Good. Now make sure those knees are in line with your hip bones and then drop them over to the opposite side. Deep breath in. Twist the sight over to the right. Exhale slowly. Good. Inhale deep. And exhale. One more breath. Slow breath out. Very nice. Let's go ahead and prep the body. If there's any other posture you want to take, like a waterfall, legs up the wall, or you have the option to move into a plow with the feet up over the head. But you're welcome to lay out and prep for your Shavasana here. Thank you so much for watching.